okay? Welcome to Sunday morning coffee. Just just a minute. I'm about changing my chair. Sunday morning coffee. We're adjusting my chair. Now, first off, the sound quality is going to be experimental. But welcome to Sunday morning coffee. So I'm going to try to mute this for just a second. Okay. I have my laptop down here. I'm recording on my phone today, and I'm going to be using my AirPods or my old school plug-in earbuds because I don't have my microphone, my lapel mic here. So this is my new space. This is my blue wall. You may have seen this if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram. I have been sharing some things about my new space. This is my new room right here that we're in right now. Let's see if I can show you the chair and the curtains right there. And you can't really see my dressers to the right of me. And then I have this beautiful lamp over here that I'm using for light, and little doggy right here. One of my roommates is a little dog. And so, hi, good morning. Oh, I'm watching you in the chat here using my tripod up here. And so welcome to Sunday morning coffee. Cheers. Hey, did you like the thumbnail? I have to say here, just a second. Did you like the thumbnail? I found this at the Goodwill. Oh my gosh, I love to thrift, you guys, and I like to get a good deal, don't you? Come on. And so I found I needed coasters, and so I got a set of these. These are my finds. I found these. There's a bunch of different like patterns. They're so pretty. They're like a blue water painted kind of mandala like, very pretty. I have one there, and I have one actually right here that my cup is on. I have like 4 of those. And then I got this one that says, "Bring me coffee and tell me I'm pretty." It's perfect, right? Don't you love it? Come on, it's perfect. I know you're all jealous and you'd like to have one just like this. And it actually has kind of like a leopard print or a cheetah print. We'll call it a cheetah print. Cheetah. Just a nod to Untamed by Glennon Doyle. We Can Do Hard Things is a great podcast. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to say hello to those in the chat. Hi, Anna. Hi, Jean. Nice to see you this morning. Good morning. Oh, I didn't know that I was going to do this here. I thought I would head to the office and do my Sunday morning coffee podcast, but I decided to try it here today. So yeah, this is where I woke up. We're in my room, my new room space. And yeah, I wanted to share it with you. This morning. So how are you all? How are you doing? It has been one heck of a week. There's a ton of astrological energy moving. There is so much happening energetically, collectively for us, and also individually. It's just unbelievable. I've had a client in crisis all week. I've had, I can't even remember everything that's happened. Had some stuff for one of my kids, some breakthroughs, but also some really heavy lifting as far as a lot of appointments and things. I've had a couple work shifts this week. Had a couple of clients this week. I did some clearing work. Had a couple of weird interactions with people this week in groups. And then also personal interactions that are kind of weird. I'm like, what? So there's a lot of stuff going on. This is also the archetypal month energetically of the goddess of love. And so we get the light qualities of that, the beautiful summertime, the abundance energy, the flowers, the robust energy, the sweetness of things, the fun social parts of things, the interrelationship of things, but we also get the flip side of that too, which is the balancing factor, which is the shadow qualities, which are competitiveness, competition, energetic manipulation, like sensually wise, like using flirtation as a way to kind of control or create the outcome you want, using kind of desire in a way that's not straightforward and direct, but kind of manipulative. And that can also go for emotions. So it can go not just in romantic partnerships, but also in at work, in sales things, and also um, it can also go for your friendships too. And so right now I would say really pay attention to communication because we want connection. That's what that goddess of love energy is about, is connection. But the communication piece is essential. And you know that I've talked before about Archangel Gabriel is super helpful with communication and connection. So because those two things work really well together and you need them both, make sure you use your tools for communication, not just so that you are heard. It's not just about you being heard and you kind of forcing your needs into somebody else's brain space, but also for you to understand that the communication is a kind of this unfolding realization or unfolding recognition. And then that also is an invitation for you to be curious about other people's perceptions, feelings, emotions, and to be curious as to how, not just what those feelings, emotions are, and opinions or um, understandings are, but also for the way in which that people are expressing to you what they need or want. That is key right now. That's a big deal. So that's where the communication piece comes in. So let's pay attention to the communication piece. Okay. So let's really work with that during this upcoming week. Now, I would like for the Sunday morning coffee to honor that new moon energy. And so what we will do then is we will use the Sunday morning coffee to talk about communication. Okay. Communing with others, not the actual action necessarily of the vocalization of the communication, but the way that we truly connect with the understanding. Let's do it this way. Understanding that there are preconceived ideas and structures that we are using when we enter into any kind of dialogue, not just verbal, but any kind of interactions with other people. Like, think about it this way. Like, this morning I was going on my walk, and um, there's lots of people that I pass now during my walk time. And there's a few familiar faces already in the last 2 weeks, and a lot of dogs, actually. And there's kind of this understanding when you're walking on the path, right? And you're crossing paths. And depending upon if someone has headphones on or AirPods, and they're running or they're walking, or they have their head down or they have their head up, or they're walking their dog, or their dog is like kind of meandering off the path, doing their business. There's these understandings as to how we engage or interact with each other during those times. And it's not always verbal. So let's use that same kind of understanding to consider how we want to communicate or commune with other people's energy, not just our own energy, because we've talked so much on Sunday Morning Coffee and on Above Life Channel and all of the channelings that we've had, and in our private sessions, you and I, about how to really connect with ourselves and how to understand and communicate within ourselves, and to stop lying to ourselves, to make sure that the communication that's happening internally is accurate, double checking that for integrity, and that you're not just telling yourself an old story, right? We've had some conversations around that, and we'll continue to talk about that as we move forward. For sure, we'll continue to talk about that. However, it really feels like as we step into this new week, tomorrow, that new moon energy, it's a great time to talk about the communing. How do you engage or interact with other people, or choose not to? You are always interacting with other people's energy. whether it's the person at the grocery store, the cashier at Target, or somebody you randomly meet on the street, there is always an interaction. And so there's like kind of, if you think of us as energy beings, we all have kind of these bubbles or layers of what I refer to as grids often of energy around us. And it says a lot about us. There's so much intel that we wear. Like, you know how they say you wear your heart on your sleeve? Well, you wear your energy all over so that people are feeling and sensing. And as we are such a society of empaths, which is how people use intuition without even knowing they're using intuition, is by feeling and sensing, not feeling just emotionally, because the emotional part of it is when you process it or you pull it into yourself and make it your own, and then it comes out by feeling or emotion. But I'm talking sensory information empathically through the heart. It works so intuitive in our heart. So when you're walking around doing your normal thing, you're bumping up against and rubbing with other people's energy, because energy fields aren't just like the etheric field around the body or the body field. It's like it just vibrates and radiates. This is why there's so much information available to you about clearing your energy and putting a bubble of light around you or clearing your aura. This is why. This is why, because it really is a thing. It's a thing. And I'm not sharing this with you, and I don't want to have this conversation about communing and communicating with other people, not verbally, but just by being an energy being. I'm not having this conversation from the perspective of the fear based, oh, you must protect yourself. You must protect yourself against the negativity of the world. Well, we are our own worst enemies. Haven't we had these discussions, right? Self sabotage, negative thoughts, all that, those cycles and patterns. You got to be more, honey, you got to be more worried about yourself derailing you than anybody else. So let's stop the distraction and oh, it's this person's fault and they disrupt me. And I just feel so bad because I look at them and I feel bad. And so therefore they need to change. I don't like their hair. I don't like their clothes. I don't like the way they looked at me. Oh my goodness. No, it's not whatever. That's just a distraction. That's noise. What the real thing is the inside, right? So when we're communing with other people's energy, you do have a choice. And you do kind of read their energy because you can't help it. It kind of commingles a little bit as it goes on by. And then you can just breathe a new little fluffy, energetic vibe into your aura so it goes back. It's like curtains in a window that's open. And when the window kind of the curtains move, and sometimes there's a lot of wind coming through that, like and rain, and curtains are moving. And then what do? You kind of calm the window down a little bit so the curtains kind of lay back down. That's what you do. Okay. It's not that you're open all the time. And so you walk around and, oh my God, you're getting this stuck on you and that stuck on you. And no, some people are. That is a legit thing. There is a thing about understanding your energy, the way your energy flows, not being super open all the time, not being out there like trying to psychically read everybody, because everybody and their mothers, brothers, cousins, sisters has a card deck, and they're, oh my gosh, they're trying to read everybody and do all sorts of stuff. And while that is fun and curious, and I super encourage that as a way to start to connect with your intuition, the point is you have to have some balance, right? It's not about other people and their stuff. It's about you and your work. And when we're communing with other people and we're moving about our day and we're out in the public arena and we're brushing by somebody and our curtains start to kind of start blowing and moving, you get to just breathe in, exhale out, and settle the curtains back down. It's that simple. Unless you choose to open them up and have a conversation with that person or get closer to that person. Great, you can do that. But there's no obligation to do that. There's no need to be afraid of everybody's energy. And there's also no need to like go through the world and be reading everybody and trying to pick up information about them. That's like super kind of rude. Okay. And even if you're doing it unconsciously, that's still rude. We have some ethics here. You got to be in an integrity when you're working with your empathic heart chakra, intuition energy, and you're being so psychic and you kind of know it, you're kind of not sure about it, you're kind of trying to work with your energy. When you want to commune with other people, it is not fair for you to be trying to read them. That's when the humanity of things comes in to play. Okay. You need to be compassionate and recognize that everybody has autonomy. Okay. Everybody has personal choice and free will. And you digging around in their energy, trying to figure shit out, is not the way that we commune in human form. That's not the way the soul intended intuition, spirituality, psychicness to be. It's not supposed to be like a spying thing or an investigative thing. It is meant to be confirmation, affirmation, and to support healthy and healing connections with people. And a healing connection can simply be a smile opening up the door for someone or a funny exchange while you're at the checkout line. Simple, simple, or noticing somebody else has something in their basket that you love, like a Twix bar or something, and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't had a Twix bar in ages. It reminds me of blah, blah, blah. Simple little moments of sharing, moments of communing, right? And you don't even have to say that out loud. It doesn't have to be an actual exchange. It can just be an opportunity for you to notice that thing energetically as you're standing in this energy space that is kind of shared, right? It's a kind of shared, it's communal space. It's like a public restroom, okay? It's like a public place, it's communal. And you notice it and you can breathe it in and feel it and receive it and have this little moment of communion with this other person, familiarity and connection. You don't even have to say anything. You can just receive it. How about that? Mhm. It's interesting because I feel like we try to master things. Like we're trying to figure out the best way to communicate. And like there's so many things out there about communication, which is good, right? There's all these kind of trendy things too, like the nonviolent communication stuff, which is great. New tools, more tools, great. And there's all these tools also to help us understand ourselves and how we relate and interact, like the Enneagram, right? I just did it the other day. I'm like, I have never done this. And there are other tools like Myers Briggs and the color thing and disc, and there's just all sorts of kind of things, right? And like you're just to help us understand each other and ourselves better. So what it does boil down to, though, I really want to super kind of hit this home, is that the communal piece of it is really this beautiful opportunity to respect energy and to really understand the practice of being in relationship with other souls and spirits while we are also in integrity in a human body. And so, just like with physical body consent, you also need soul energetic consent to be digging around in somebody's energy field. You need that. You need the permission of their higher self. You can't just walk around trying to, it'd be like walking through a parking lot, opening up people's cars and just looking to see what they have. What do they have in their console? What do they have in the dashboard? What do they have inside the back of the seat pocket? What do they have there? I mean, it's no harm, right? But and it's public. You can kind of see it when you're looking in there. But why? What's the point? Wouldn't you feel super violated by somebody just kind of sitting in your car going through your stuff? Even though they're not, but they're not taking anything, but they're trying to get to know you. Well, why don't they just talk to you as a human? See, we have to bring the spiritual, the intuitive, the energetic, the understandings that we're having with our chakras, with yoga, with all the cool meditations that we're doing, with the stuff we learned about manifesting, with the stuff that we're learning about crystals and grids and tarot and oracle cards and divination tools. We need to utilize those things in ways that are healthy and healing and not not to distract, but to support and promote the the connection, the communion, the communication with each other, right? All right. Okay, my nose is really stuffy all of a sudden. All right. I want to say hello to the chat, to my friends in the chat. So I'm going to look down at my computer. I hope that. Oh my goodness. I hope the audio is okay here. Oh, a thought came to mind that you look different today. I do look different right now because I have not cut my hair. I mean, I've had my hair trimmed a couple times, but I haven't cut it like I usually cut it. I still have a little bit of an undercut, but I have not shaved the side of my head or the back because I don't feel like it right now. I'm in a time of change and I don't know how I want to express me right now. I'm just not sure. So I'm very fortunate because I have short hair that I can adjust it and change it anytime I want. So I literally have haircuts every 3 weeks. So right now it's kind of long on top and I can still pull it up and funk it up and make it look awesome too. Like pull it back and all that kind of thing, put it up and make it all curly, back and spiky kind of. I can't spike it right now, but I can make it look like a wave, but I don't know, I just don't feel like it right now. I feel like I'm okay with it being a little more feminine right now, a little bit longer, and, it feels okay. So, I'm just kinda going with it. So, that's probably why I look different maybe, and maybe the background too, the blue, right? The blue energy? The blue? I love blue. Blue is, like, one of my colors. Hi, Patty, good morning, thanks for being here. Alright, hey, guys, let's do some cards today on Sunday Morning Coffee. Let's do some cards. Cheers to my coffee friends. Come on, though. I need some comments on this. Give me some hearts on this one. What do you think? Bring me coffee and tell me I'm pretty. I love it. Come on, it's so fun. Like, this is something I need this on a shirt. Bring me coffee and tell me I'm pretty. Yeah, like on the dating profiles, right? Wouldn't that be so funny? Oh my god, if I saw somebody that had that, I would just die laughing. I'd be so impressed, I'm like, "That is so cool." I'm not on the dating profiles, but I'm just saying, that would now that's something cool. Like, somebody should be doing that. I should be a dating coach for people. Have help them put their best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so let's just, um okay, I'm thinking home base is probably watching me right now because I'm not there yet. I'm coming home this afternoon to my home base to actually probably later this morning. I don't know. It depends. I gotta pack up my stuff here, but um to work and hang out tonight. And so hey, will you remind me to find my regular microphone, my lapel mic? I'd appreciate that. I know he's watching. I'm sure he's watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you're watching, I'm sure you are. I know you are. So remind me, write a post-it for me. We had this whole post-it discussion when I was home last time. It was so funny. I'm like, where's the post-its? I don't know. I don't know. So then I moved some stuff of mine on the table after like half a day of this discussion about mystery, trying to find the post-its. I moved my big priestess book and it's underneath the priestess book. I'm like, well, I guess the priestess needed to make some notes. I'm like, okay. So we're going to use, I am so into dragons. You guys know this. I've talked about this before, especially the last year. I really want to get this dragon tattoo. Oh my God, it's beautiful. So I have two now. I'm addicted. Now that I have this one, I want to go up my arm and all that. But I also want one on my back and I want one on my calf. But anyway, I want to get a swan and I picked one out that's gorgeous, but I have to really be sure of the timing of that. And that's expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's really expensive, but it's beautiful. Oh my God. And then I want a dragon, but the dragon, I want the shadow and the light. It looks like a yin yang symbol and it's so gorgeous. I want that too. Anyway, so I love the dragons. Dragons are protective energy. I know they're mythical, metaphysical, but they're things with wings. And I love that. Absolutely love that. Spirit guides come in all forms, my friends. So I just pulled a card. This is from the Dragon Oracle deck. That's what this is. This is a fun deck. And the little guidebook that comes with it is so easy to interpret stuff. It's just like super simple, straight to the point, bum 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 bum. Easy. So if you like dragons, just get it. It's the Universal Dragon deck. It's the Universal Dragon deck. Interesting. Look at this. Now I'm thinking about that new moon tomorrow. I wanted to talk about that a little bit with you today. Um, this is the dragon that we got for that. Change perspective. And look at that. Is that the moon or the sun? What do you think? What do you think of that? Look at that big yellow solar plexus ball of energy with a little bit of sacral chakra orange in there, that fire energy for sure. What do you think? Is that the sun or is that the moon? Go ahead and put in the chat what you feel it is. Some of us are very much in alignment with the solar energy that more kind of leans more masculine. And some are very in alignment with that moon energy, which leans a little more feminine. And the balance is us, the in between, the day, right? The balance of the day throughout the day. All right. Change perspective. This energy to me, I love that kind of lavender blue together, the lavender and blue colors together. So to me, lavender, that lilac lavender is Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron. I have a resource for you to look up. Amanda Ellis. She works a lot with Archangel Metatron. She actually has like sprays, Metatron sprays, all that. She has a Metatron deck that she created. Beautiful work about Metatron. But Metatron kind of has that. You've probably heard of the Metatron's cube. If you haven't, look it up. It's a way to structure things. It's an understanding, an organization, a way to organize psychic energy, intuitive energy, healing energy into a kind of a platform or a communication tool that supports the human body and the human experience. So your personal experience and the collective experience. That's how I connect with Metatron. Metatron, oftentimes I'll tell clients this in session, is like a chiropractor for me, spiritual chiropractor. So if you want to work with Archangel Metatron will realign you while you sleep. So before you go to bed, ask, say, hey, I would like your Metatron universal alignment energetically to align my energy while I'm sleeping. And Metatron will do that. That is the simplest way, the most basic way to work with Archangel Metatron. So I encourage you to do that. And it's free. I mean, who doesn't want a chiropractic adjustment from an archangel? No doubt. All right. So my nose is very sniffly. Just a minute. Let me grab a tissue. Okay. All right. Here we go. So that purple energy is the crown chakra. So the crown chakra, very divine feminine. I actually am wearing purple and blue is behind me. Isn't that something? So our crown chakra, that purple energy, that is a very divine feminine, like, hey, we have your back, not just your back, but hey, we got your brain. I know there's a lot going on. Universal knowledge and wisdom, that divine feminine energy, that purple crown chakra, that wisdom can really help to filter out the excess noise, to help to sift. It's literally like literally a filter, like a screen, like a catch in the drain kind of thing, or a screen door so that all the bugs don't come in. It's like that. Think of your crown chakra like that, and think of the divine feminine that supports that as the filtering of things. And so that blue energy also could be connected to the third eye energy, which helps you to vision and see clearly. So it could be about clarity, right? So when I think about this new moon, I feel the change in perspective about something new, like a new way to experience life, to move through the world, to look at things. And now it could be super subtle for you, but the new moon energy, it's tomorrow. New moon is about, what do I want? It's about, and that can be daunting, right? Okay, no pressure, no pressure. But what would you wish for? Pretend you're 8 years old and you got your birthday cake in front of you and you're going to blow out the candles. What would you wish for? What would you wish for? Like without thinking about any restrictions or any practical real life stuff, what would you wish for? Let yourself be a little whimsical. You got dragon energy here to help you after all, in your solar plexus with the yellows activated and the orange sacral chakra, which is all about desire. It's your drive, your desire in that sacral chakra energy. And then we've got the upper chakras also with the blue, the third eye, and the light blue could also maybe be your throat chakra, which is communication and truth energy. And then that crown chakra is that purple. So you've got this nice kind of balance and this synergy energy kind of moving between the top chakras and the lower chakras. And it kind of is moving. It's beautiful. Now with a new moon, you don't see the moon. So it's a little more mysterious. So it's a perfect time to be able to change perspective, isn't it? And it's okay for you to change your mind. It's okay for you to get some additional information or discover a new way of looking at something and get curious about it. Doesn't mean it might be a trend, it might be a fad, it might be a passing thing, but if it's in service to you and it's supporting your health and your wellness and your healing journey, it's good, it's good, you know? All right, so change in perspective. All right. There you go, my friends. There you go, my friends. All right, so I'm going to say hello in the chat again, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. And I'll get about my day. And I'll let you get about yours. Hi, Lisa from Florida. Nice to see you, my friend. Oh, Patty, I love the sunflowers when you put those in. I love them. Sunflowers are very clearing energy. Very, very much. Sun, sun, sun. I see a lot of suns with the cards. I see a lot of suns with this. Sun, sun, sun. So I would ask you, what does the sun energy mean for you? And how can it support the new moon energy for you? How does the sun energy support you? This could be a great journaling prompt. And how does it support that? What does it mean for you? And how does it support that new moon energy? Because it seems like a partnership. They're communing. They are communing together. Yes, yes, they are. All right. I was thinking of something I wanted to share and I can't remember what it was. Oh, hi, Anne. Okay, there's two Ann. There's an Anne and an Anna in the chat. I just want to clarify that. Yes, yes. Anne and Anna. Oh my gosh, I was going to tell you guys. Do you know what I did yesterday? I went to a movie. I went to a Disney movie. I know that's going to shock you. I know that's going to surprise you. So I was supposed to go hang out with some friends at their farm with the horses and the chickens, but somebody got sick there. So I did not go to the farm yesterday. So instead, I had this whole gift of the day and time to be able to use and do something. And so I was like, what am I going to do? So I thought, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to see the Little Mermaid movie. And so I looked it up and there was a 10:15 showing, and it's the movie theater is like right by here. It's like literally 2 miles away, maybe. I could probably have walked. If I had a bike, I would bike. I need a bike. Haven't got to that place yet, but I decided to go and I even got a little bag of popcorn. I have not had popcorn since before I had my braces. That's like 2018, you guys. I seriously have not eaten popcorn because any of you that have had Invisalign or braces, like recently as an adult, maybe you even remember this as a kid, but you do not want popcorn because it is just hard to get out in between your teeth. And it feels so icky. Oh, I can't stand that feeling. So yesterday I decided to treat myself and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to deal with the consequences of the popcorn. And I got a big thing of popcorn and I put some salt on it. And I sat in the recliner thing all by myself with my cozy blanket. And I watched Little Mermaid and it was awesome. It was good. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So that's what I did on my Saturday. So exciting. And then I went to Trader Joe's in the afternoon. And then, did you know they have a wine shop there? Yeah, they do. They sell wine. It's connected. My sister's like, oh my gosh, they have the best deals. I'm like, oh my gosh, they really do. So went to Trader Joe's, got some healthy food. So that was kind of exciting, actually. That felt good. And then I watched another Melissa McCarthy movie last night. My sister has like all these great streaming services, and I get access to all that. That's part of my rental package. And so I'm like, oh, sweet. And so I watched the first night on Friday night, I watched Heat with her and Sandra Bullock. And oh my God, that was hilarious. And then last night I watched Spy, I think it was. No, Identity Theft. Oh my God, with her and Jason Bateman. Now I get that I'm way behind the scenes or way behind the times because I don't usually watch movies. I just don't have time for that stuff usually. I'm like, there's so much other stuff going on. And I just did it. I just relaxed and had a glass of wine and enjoyed a movie and it was great. And yeah, and I did it 2 nights in a row. It was awesome. So that's my little roommate. Hey, do you want to come here? Do you want to come here so I can put you on screen? No. You've probably seen Tucker. He's this cute little fluffy dog. He's like a pocket dog or a purse dog if you carry a purse. I don't really carry a purse, but like a pocket dog or a little pouchy dog. Come here, honey. You've seen Tucker on Above Life channel last May when I was in Seattle because he was there. Come here, honey. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let me get you. Come here. I wanna pick you up and show you to people. Here. Show people to you. Show you to people. Show you to people. This is Tucker. Tucker needs a haircut. Hi. Always mad. Are you mad? Look. Say hi to the people. Now, Tucker makes me like little dogs. I usually like big dogs. Like, I would love a Dalmatian. I know that sounds nuts. How am I going to have that in like an apartment or whatever? I don't know. But I would love a Dalmatian. I've had a Weimaraner, I've had a lab, and I have little dog. I've had little dogs, and I just like a Dalmatian. But that's really big. I know. I'm like, oh no, it's not fair to do an apartment. But anyway, this is Tucker. Tucker, say hi to the people. Hi. Oh, you're gonna kiss me. Oh, you're gonna kiss my fingers. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay. All right. Tucker has his own blanket in my room because I don't want him on my new comforter in my bed. So he has a little blanket in my room so he can sit in there. All right. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here on Sunday Morning Coffee. Tomorrow on Monday. Now, I've said this like 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to do this on Monday. I'll see you on Monday. And usually it's ended up being Tuesday because I ended up having all these, like, I've had appointments and random things come up. And like I said, a client in crisis and scenario. And so I have to take priorities are priorities, right? But I am planning to channel tomorrow morning. So join me for that. It'll probably be, I'm guessing, like at maybe 10 or 11. So we'll see. But thank you so much for being here. This was pretty easy. This wasn't too bad of a setup. I got to make sure I remember my mic, my lapel mic, though. I'll try to get that. Hi, Candace. Nice to see you. Hi, Cammy. Thanks for being here. I know he is cute, isn't he? He's cute, but I went to bought a little tiny fluffy dog is not really my thing usually, but he is. And he thinks he's all that. Like, he thinks he's so great. And he is. He's very spoiled. And he is very, very sweet, let me just say. He's a very sweet boy. Okay. So with that, I hope I've inspired your spirit today. Thanks for having a conversation with me. Appreciate it. And filled you with a little hope today as you step into your week. Tomorrow is the new moon. So make sure that you spend some time letting yourself dream a little. Maybe let yourself at least be a little bit open to considering some of those wishes that you maybe once had. I know it's kind of scary to go into that space because it feels like if you go there, then you're going to know and like you feel like you have to act on it or do something on it. You have permission to just explore, to just consider what might be kind of hanging around in your energy field. Commune with some of your desires. It doesn't have to be deep, intense stuff. It can be something simple like, I haven't had popcorn since 2018. I need to have some popcorn, like that, and allow yourself a little dabbling in that space. Okay. Just do that for tomorrow. I have a whole thing I want to do, a little ritual ceremony that I want to do around new moon energy. So I'm going to do that with one of my psychic friends tomorrow. And yeah, so that'll be good. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day.